What a marvelous age we live in.
A new century is born with hope and anticipation. American inventors thrill the world with technological miracles, promising a new way of life. Electricity, flying machines, movies. Opportunities are opening for everyone. And yet, European scientists are way ahead of the Americans. They've discovered X-rays, the electron, the nucleus, and radioactivity. It is already 5 years since a 26-year-old unknown patent clerk, Albert Einstein, published famous papers on quantum physics and relativity, developing startling new pictures about light, space, time, mass, and energy. Ah, these be sky-gazing days. Astronomers are gaining popularity. Everyone is keeping their eye on the sky for Halley's Comet. But not everyone shares the elation. Some fear the Earth will pass through deadly gases in the comet's tail. Flaming meteorites will rain down. It's a sure sign of the apocalypse.
How do you always manage to land that bank shot, Edwin? Show me the trick.
It takes a lot of practice, Betsy, but you should work on your cross dribble first. Here.
I found it, Edwin!
Ah, great! That'll work. Let's set it up.
Are you excited about your big trip, lad?
Oh, you really didn't have to, Grandpa, but thanks.
Oh, it's nothing. I know you've always managed to take care of yourself, but you might need a little extra on your long journey. It's going to be a great night. Mars looked spectacular last night.
Did you find any canals, Grandpa?
Oh, there just might be some canals. Lowell's no fool, you know. You think you're ready to challenge our greatest astronomer's fine son.
I do admire Lowell's work, but canals on Mars, I doubt that.
Don't underestimate our clever boys. Look how they're showing the Europeans how to fly. Just wait, Edwin. Even our astronomers will catch up and show them.
Someday, Grandpa, someday. Lowell is truly our greatest explorer, hunting for new worlds. Maybe he'll even find his brand new planet X someday. But it'll be a long battle for us to compete with those Europeans.
That would put America on the map for sure. But I thought Uranus and Neptune are the last.
Is Grandpa filling your head with all that astronomy nonsense again?
It's not nonsense, John. The most beautiful things in the universe are stars and whiskey, of course.
It's time for Edwin to grow up and take on real-life challenges. What are you going to tell those boxing promoters, son? Have you made up your mind yet?
Almost, Papa.
They're looking for a great white hope, eh?
They want him to go up against Jack Johnson one day and wipe that golden smile off of Johnson's face forever.
It's tempting, but a long shot. Even if it'll take years before I get to face the champ. And even if I could beat Jack Johnson, it'll be their dream, not mine.
But you do love the big challenge, don't you, son?
Don't give it another thought, son. Your ship is sailing.
Football and boxing are so brutally dangerous, and you are to blame for getting him started, dear.
Builds character, you know. Didn't you hear the promoters? 100,000 should take care of our family for life.
Much help that'll be from the grave. There'll be other fights to win, and all kinds of other champions for our Edwin to defeat. Look how he beat Hoffman for the Rhodes Scholarship.
Mama's right. Follow your stars, Edwin.
I would rather tackle the mysteries of the universe, Papa. Oxford will be a great place for me to...
And how is that going to put food on the table?
Don't be so harsh on him, dear. He can study law at Oxford and become a lawyer like you always wanted to.
That's a good idea, Mama.
I guess Oxford is a great place for law.
And astronomy.
Now that's a hobby.
I can do both.
Studying law is going to take all your time and energy.
He did pretty well with Latin, Greek, and science.
He can study the laws of nature, John.
I never understood why you wanted to become an astronomer, son. It's just beyond me.
Don't be so stubborn, John. We all know how the mystery of the stars has captured his heart.
It's all foolishness, son. Look at me. I have a large family and a large house, and your mama has plenty of help. Now, my health, We're going to need all your help.
Enough of this awful, dreary talk. I'm sure Edwin will do the right thing.
If he leaves the heavens to God, the Bible has all the answers to your mysteries.
Yes, Papa, but sometimes I don't find the answers in the Bible very satisfying. We need to read the Bible intelligently, not with blind faith. I mean, science can be our guide.
Edwin thinks his Chicago degree gives him the right to question the Bible.
Nonsense. The Bible is the Word of God. Trust in God for everything.
And in hard work.
Hard work won't mean that scholarship, Papa. Besides, my physics professors gave me those recommendations.
I am sure God was watching over you, dear.
And don't forget all those Nobel Prize wizards at Chicago.
Michelson's the only one who got the Nobel Prize, Grandpa. Although Millikan will probably get one soon for his experiments on the electron.
Electrons, hogwash. Such things do not exist, son.
Have you ever seen an electron?
You don't always need to see something to know it exists, Lucy. Isn't that a basic belief of our faith? I mean, you can't see air, can you? But you know air exists. I mean, you can test it.
Test. Character is the only test. Build character by fighting temptations, Edwin. And Edwin, while you are at Oxford, I want you to promise me you will stay away from alcohol in any form.
Who was at the door, Lucy?
Someone's selling anti-comet sickness pills.
Now that's hogwash if I ever heard any.
Our neighbor's complaining his cattle's been having lots of miscarriages lately. Blames it squarely on that comet he does. We should start sealing our windows from the poison gas in that comet's tail.
Just stop eating those beans, John. That will take care of all the poisonous gases around here.
I bought a few. May God protect you. May God protect you, Mama.
And Edwin, I want you to stay away from your dastardly fraternity pranks. Why the devil you chose divinity students to throw raw eggs at is beyond me. Keep your rebellions in check. Be honest and truthful and sober, and you will accomplish great things.
Mama, can I please stay up late tonight? I just have to see Halley's comet. Edwin says it only comes around once every 75 years. Mama, please.
You must let her. You must.
Tonight's going to be truly magical, Mama. It's such a rare opportunity.
As I live and breathe.
Edwin's not going to be around much longer. Mama, please.
Bless your little heart and cotton socks, you may stay up late. But not too late, mind you. Now I must turn to Papa.
It's just barely visible now.
There. Can you see it?
Is it a star? Is it a planet?
There are so many stranger things in the sky than stars and planets, Betsy. I mean, there are comets and the Milky Way and nebulae of all shapes. The amazing thing is that Edmund Halley predicted that this comet would return on this exact night 150 years ago. To know of such things in advance makes an astronomer almost like a god.
Don't let Mama hear you say that. Do astronomers' predictions always come true?
Almost always, unless they make a mistake. But Halley predicted that this comet would return every 75 years, and it does.
Oh, really now? Tell Betsy how comets are bad stars, bringing major disasters, literally. This one's gonna bring a terrible war, the Chicago Sentinel says.
You know, the Pope had to excommunicate one comet.
Lucy, those disasters are pure coincidences.
Aha! You admit it. Comets do bring disasters.
Look, Lucy, people always remember a comet when it comes with a disaster, but they ignore it when it's just the comet, that's all.
Oh, yeah? The Daily News says your astronomers have made a mistake. This one's gonna strike somewhere near Boston, knocking us all to kingdom come.
Then why bother with the pills, Lucy?
Lucy, people were always afraid of comets because they didn't come in a regular pattern. But now, thanks to Halley, we can predict the coming of comets, like we can predict the tides.
You just want to push science. Most people need to believe in a higher power, in religion, to believe in something greater than ourselves. Religion can be our guide to the dark truths of life. Faith gives us hope and strength in times of crisis.
Science also searches for higher meaning. I believe that the Almighty reveals himself through the majesty of this vast universe, through the beauty and harmony of nature. Through science, we can begin to know God.
The telescope is ready. Let's start our comet party.
Can I see it? Are you sure you want to stare at the face of evil? It looks like a dagger ready to strike the earth. I'm not scared.
Come here. See if you can spot the Milky Way. Out there.
Just barely.
Wait till your eyes get used to the darkness.
There. I think I see it now. It's kind of misty. What is that, fog?
You'll see. It has mystified astronomers for ages. Now take a look at it through the telescope.
There's so much light here.
It's amazing, isn't it? The mist of milk turns into 1,000,000 stars. That's our galaxy, the Milky Way.
Oh yes, Gala from Greek for milk. Galaxy, Milky Way. I get it.
Galileo was just as surprised when he saw that river of light through his small telescope. Since it is infinitely stupendous, I am infinitely thankful to God who has deigned to make me the first observer of things so admirable and hidden to all past ages.
He's your hero, isn't he? So, are you going to Oxford to study comets?
No. I'm going to study law.
But I thought you love astronomy. I know I do. I love this. Papa will take care of us. But he's sick now. He's going to need our help soon. How long will you be gone?
3 years.
3 years is a long time. You won't forget us, will you, Edwin?
How could I forget you? You are my world of possibilities. You can become an astronomer for both of us, and someday you will journey to the planets in a spaceship.
Just think of that.
When Woodrow Wilson arrives in Washington for his inauguration, he is mighty dismayed to find no huge crowds. People have gone to a bigger spectacle down on Pennsylvania Avenue, a women's suffrage parade. 5,000 women, sporting purple, violet, and gold banners, unite under the leadership of Alice Paul to demand the right to vote. Overseas, a world war rages on. Thousands of miles of trenches linked together to form underground cities. Soldiers live like rats in the trenches, overpowered by the stench of dead bodies, but always on the alert for attack. At 29 years of age, George Hale designs, conceives, and organizes the construction of a 40-inch aperture telescope, with financing from Charles Yerkes, the railroad magnate who built the elevated train around Chicago's financial district. Everyone ready? 1, 2, 3. And again, please. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone stay inside. The suffragists are on the march again. But do join the wine. Help yourself to the reception in all its glories. Who knows how long we'll be able to enjoy it.
Every time I read about the evils of drinking, I want to give up reading.
Wilson will surely veto that abomination.
But Congress will override him for sure.
The purists are taking over the country, but I'm sure glad you decided to overrule them, boss. No one wants a dry conference. I'm very sorry to hear about your father, Hubble.
Thank you, Professor France.
And I'm sure glad you decided to stay with us here at your